Hello everybody, so in this video I'm going to show you how to find the sum of an arithmetic series. So before we look at example 1, if we consider the sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, well in its current form this is a sequence. It becomes a series when we add the terms in the sequence together. So this is now our series. And we're going to look at how to find the sum of this series by matching pairs. We can see that the first and the last pair have a sum of 7. We'll also do the next pair and the next pair. So we have 3 lots of 7. And this 3 comes from the number of terms in our sequence divided by 2, because we're looking at pairs. So the sum of this sequence would be 21. And we can use a similar idea when we look at a general sequence. If we have the first term a, and then the next term a plus d, and then so on, for our last term, we know the previous term, so this would be a plus n minus 2d. Well, again, we can look at the pairs. We have the first term paired with our final term. We have 1a plus another a, so we've got 2a. Then we've got no d's here, but n minus 1 d's here, so plus n minus 1 d. We can look at the next pair. Again, we have 1a and another, so 2a's. We have 1d and n minus 2. So when we add one more d to this, it becomes n minus 1 times d. So all the pairs will add up to 2a plus n minus 1d. But now the question is, how many pairs are there? Well, there are n terms in our sequence, so the number of pairs will be n divided by 2. And we'll have this many lots of 2a plus n minus 1d. And this will give us the sum of the arithmetic series. So hopefully now you've got a better idea of where this comes from. In example 2, we're going to look at how we apply this. Okay, so for example 2, we've been asked to find the sum of the first 20 terms of the arithmetic series A, B, and C. So if we look at question A, we're going to use this formula. We know that A is the first term, which is 3. We know n is the number of terms in the sequence, and this is 20. And the difference, well, the difference between 3 to 7 is 4. So the d value is 4. So now the sum of the first 20 terms will be n, 20 divided by 2, multiplied by 2a, so 2 times 3, plus n minus 1, multiplied by d. We can simplify the right-hand side, so we get 10 multiplied by 6, plus 19 times 4. And this gives us 10 multiplied by 82, so 820. So we know the first 20 terms in this series will have a total of 820. So maybe you want to try question B and C yourself. You can pause the video, and when you come back, we'll go through the work solution. Okay, so welcome back if you had a go. So for question B, we know the first term A is 20. We know the difference is -5. And again, we've got 20 terms, so n is 20. So now the sum of the first 20 terms will be n over 2, so 10, 2a, 2 lots of 20 is 40, plus n minus 1, 19, -5. And when we work this out, we get the total to be -550. Okay, so for question C, we know A is 5 1/4. I'm going to write that as 21 over 4. We know D is the difference between 5 1/4 and 4 3/4. This will be negative 1/2. And again, we've got 20 terms. So the sum of the first 20 terms will be n over 2 multiplied by 2a, which is 21 over 2, plus n minus 1, so 19, times negative 1/2. And when we work this out, we get positive 10. Okay? And in example 3, we're going to look at how to apply this to a real-life problem. Okay, so in example 3, we're told that a girl invests £1 in the first week of her birthday, £1.10 in the next week, £1.20 in the next week, and so on until her next birthday. How much has she invested over the course of a year? So perhaps you want to try this question yourself. You can pause the video, and when you come back, we'll go through the word solution. Okay, so welcome back if you had a go. So if we look at the first week, that'll be £1. And we can continue the series by looking at the next week, which we're told is £1.10, and then £1.20, and so on, all the way to the 52nd week. So A will be 1. The difference will be £1.10 minus a 1, so 0.1 pounds. N, well, she starts in the first week of her birthday until her next birthday. So that'll be every week of the year, and will be 52. So the sum of first 52 terms will be 52 divided by 2 multiplied by 2a, so 2, plus n minus 1, 51, lots of 0.1. We can simplify this 52 over 2 as 26. This will become 5.1 added to 2, 7.2. So in total, she would have saved £184.60. Okay, let's try one more question. Okay, so finally, for example 4, we're told that the sum of the first n terms are given as 4, 9, 14, and 19, and the sum is 9,703. And we've been asked to work out the value of n. So the first thing we can do is we can know that B4 is our value for A. The difference is a constant 5, and we've been asked to work out n. And the sum of the first n terms is 9,703. So now we can substitute each of these three known values into our formula. So 9,703 will be n over 2 multiplied by 2 times 4, so 8, plus n minus 1 multiplied by d, which is 5. We can move this division of 2 to the left-hand side and multiply out these brackets. So we get 19,406 is equal to n. So then we get 5n, and then the 8 minus 5 becomes positive 3. We'll expand out these brackets on the right-hand side, and then we'll move this to the right-hand side as well. So 0 will equal 5n squared plus 3n minus 19,406. So with this quadratic, I'm going to use the quadratic formula. So A will equal 5, B will equal 3, and C will equal negative 19,406. So n will be equal to minus 3 plus or minus the square root of 3 squared minus 4 times the 5 times the C value, negative, all divided by 10. And when I work this out on my calculator, the positive value of n is 62. Okay? So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you found that useful. If you did find that helpful, please like and subscribe. And you can download the full lesson and worksheet from my website, mrmathematics.com. There's a link in the description below. Thanks again and take care.